Be honest with me. How many days have you logged on to that Green Bird app? 50? 100? Maybe you're in the Diamond League. Maybe you have a 365-day streak and you are incredibly proud of it. You should be. It takes discipline to show up every day. But let me ask you a painful question. If I took you out of your bedroom, put you on a plane and dropped you in the middle of a busy street market in Chengdu or Beijing right now, would you survive? Could you listen to a taxi driver speaking at normal speed and understand where he is taking you? Could you negotiate the price of a souvenir? Could you even order a bowl of noodles without pointing at the picture like a tourist? If the answer is no, then we have a problem. You haven't been learning a language. You have been playing a video game. You have become very good at matching shapes and clicking buttons, but you have not built the engine required to actually speak Mandarin Chinese. And it is not your fault. These apps are designed to be addictive. They are designed to keep you on the app, not to get you off the app and into the real world. But if you are watching this video, I know something about you. You are done playing games. You actually want to speak. You want to graduate. So today, we are deleting the app. We are stopping the game. And I am going to give you the system, the actual 4-step roadmap that creates fluency. This is the same system used by diplomats and polyglots, and it is the exact philosophy behind the 30-day blueprint course we are building right here on this channel. Let's talk about the first trap, the illusion of competence. When you use an app, it gives you a multiple choice question. The apple is red. It gives you 3 options. You click red, ding, you get points. Your brain releases dopamine, you feel smart. But in real life, there are no multiple choice options floating in the air. When a waiter asks you what you want, you have to generate the language from zero. This is the difference between passive recognition and active recall. Apps teach recognition. Fluency requires recall. So how do we build recall? We need to focus on the 4 pillars of fluency: listening, speaking, vocabulary, and structure. If you only build one, the house collapses. Apps usually only give you a weird version of vocabulary. We need to build all 4 simultaneously. Let's start with pillar 1, listening. But not just any listening. There is a concept called the walking method. It is brilliant. The idea is that you need to integrate language learning into your physical life. You put on headphones, you go for a walk, you do your laundry, you drive your car. You turn your dead time into study time. But here is where Chinese learners fail. They go to Spotify, they find a Chinese radio station, and they listen to it for an hour. They understand 0% of it. It sounds like noise. This is useless. Your brain cannot learn from noise. You need comprehensible input. You need audio that is just slightly above your current level. If you have been following my course, this is why I structure the lessons the way I do. Take lesson 12, the taxi lesson, or lesson 13, the restaurant lesson. Don't just watch the video once. Rip the audio. Download it. Put it on your phone. While you're walking to work, I want you to listen to that dialogue on the loop. Listen to the tones. Listen to the rhythm. The first time, you might catch 50%. The 10th time, you catch 80%. By the 50th time, you can predict exactly what I'm going to say before I say it. That is when you own the language. Pillar 2 is vocabulary, but we need to fix how you capture words. In the walking method for European languages, people suggest using Google Translate. If you hear a word you don't know, you speak it into Google and it tells you the meaning. Do not do this for Chinese. Google Translate is terrible for context for Mandarin, especially for beginners. If you say ma, it might give you mom, horse, scold, or hemp. You will end up more confused. You need to download a different tool. You need Pleco. Pleco. This is the dictionary that serious learners use. It is the gold standard. When you are listening to my lessons or watching a Chinese drama and you hear a word you don't know, don't just let it fly by. Pause. Look it up in Pleco. But here's the secret.
And this is the part 90% of people are too lazy to do. You do not just read the definition and close the app. You need to trap that word.
You need a spaced repetition system, or SRS. The most famous one is Anki. Another great one is Tofu Learn. These apps are not games. They are digital flashcards that use an algorithm to show you the word right before you are about to forget it. If you combine Pleco with Anki, you are unstoppable. You find the word in the wild, you understand it, and then you trap it in your flashcard deck so you never lose it. But, and this is critical, do not put single words on your flashcards. If you put the character for book on one side and shoe on the other, you are failing. Why? Because knowing the word book is useless if you don't know the measure word that goes with it. You don't know the verb that controls it. Instead, use sentence mining. Put the whole phrase. Don't memorize mian, noodles. Memorize the sentence we learned in Lesson 13. Lai wan mian, bring one bowl of noodles. Now you aren't just learning a noun. You are learning the verb, lai, the measure word, wan, and the noun, mian. And you're learning the grammar order. 1 card, 4 wins. That is efficiency. That leads us to Pillar 3, structure, or what school teachers call grammar. Apps are terrible at this. They just tell you you were wrong, but they never tell you why. They don't explain the logic. Mandarin is a logical language. It is mathematical. Remember the sandwich rule from Lesson 11? Subject plus time plus location plus action. You cannot just guess this. You have to learn the formula. If you are relying on an app to teach you grammar through osmosis, you will sound like a broken robot for years. You will be translating from English in your head, saying, I go to store tomorrow, instead of I tomorrow at store go. You need a teacher to explain the rules. That is what I'm here for. That is what Lesson 10, 11, and 12 were all about. We built the frame so you can hang the words on it. Finally, Pillar 4, the scariest one, speaking. You can listen to podcasts for 10 years and still be mute. The only way to speak is to speak. The video I was watching earlier suggested hiring a tutor on platforms like Preply, and I agree. If you have the budget, paying a human being to sit with you for an hour and force you to talk is the fastest way to learn, period. It's like hiring a personal trainer. But I know many of you are self-studying. You might not have the budget for a tutor yet. Does that mean you can't learn? No, you have a free alternative. It is called shadowing. Shadowing is simple, but it is exhausting. You take a piece of native audio, again, use the dialogues from our lessons, and you press play. As soon as the speaker starts talking, you start talking. You are a shadow. You follow them instantly. You match their speed. You match their emotion. But most importantly for Chinese, you match their tones. If I go up, you go up. If I go down, you go down. Record yourself doing this on your phone. Then play my audio and your audio back to back. It's going to be painful. You are going to cringe. You will hear yourself and think, wow, I sound terrible. Good. That pain is progress. That is your ears waking up. An app will never tell you that your third tone is flat. Only your ears can tell you that. So, let's look at the system we just built. We deleted the game that gives us fake points. We replaced it with active listening using the walking method and graded audio. We replaced random word matching with Pleco and Anki, focusing on whole sentences. We replaced guessing with structured grammar rules, the STLA method. And we replaced silence with shadowing and recording ourselves. This sounds like more work than clicking a green bird, doesn't it? It is. It is work, it is study, but it is also the difference between playing Chinese and speaking Chinese. Now, you could try to assemble all these resources yourself. You could spend hours searching for the right audio, the right grammar explanations, the right vocabulary lists, or you could just follow the roadmap I have already built for you. If you look at the playlist on this channel, specifically the 30-day blueprint we are currently in, I have done the heavy lifting. Lesson 1 through 3 fixed your tones for shadowing. Lesson 4 through 9 gave you the vocabulary for your Anki decks. Lesson 10 through 12 built the grammar structure so you stop translating from English. We are currently on Lesson 13. We just covered how to order in a restaurant. If you're serious about this, I want you to treat this channel like your university course. Don't just watch the videos while you're scrolling comments. Get a notebook, write down the sandwich rule,
download the audio, do the shadowing. If you give me 30 days of focused, real study using this system, you will make more progress than you made in 2 years of casual app usage. The game is over. Class is in session. If you're ready to start, click the playlist right here. Start at Lesson 1. Fix your tones. I will see you in the next video. 再见.